just to keep making content, because that's what I'm here for. Yeah, I'm all about content creators and content creation. And again, I keep on thinking I'm going to try. I wanted to improve and reduce my number of ums and all the other stuff, but that's not going to happen. I probably have to take a course or whatever, a Carnegie course, how to enunciate, how to win friends and influence people, whatever. But I'm not going to do that. So let's get right into the content creation. Sure. And this is just not me padding my stats. This is a set. I think I've probably talked about it before, but I don't think I ever did an actual set review on this set. This is a set that I vividly, and this is why this set's important to me personally. This is the set that I remember breaking my first Lego piece on. And it was malicious-ish. Basically, I got this set for Christmas. I remember getting it for Christmas. Christmas 1977, maybe 78. Well, probably 77. And this is a beautiful set. My first intro to Technic. And you can see it just drives so smoothly across the floor. And so I was zooming this thing across the living room floor. And in order for me not to chase it for a long period of time going across the living room floor, we have a fireplace at the end of the living room. And the fireplace has a brick-built mantle that my dad built. Like, the whole fireplace was brick-built. And I was whipping this thing, kind of like that, against the brick. So it would stop. So I was basically bashing this 3x4 slope into the fireplace. And one time, this entire front piece broke off. So this is why this set is very memorable to me. And on that, there are specific pieces and specific instances in my life that just stick with me. So if we talk about the go-kart, the 854 go-kart, and this is getting away from the actual set review, but so I got this at the same time, basically, as a race car. This set, besides being my first Technic set that I ever got, this set was very, very influential, and because it came with a bunch of brand new pieces, the Technic pieces, not the axles, because I already had the axles in here, but they're a different color, but all these pieces. But what I found very interesting was this is the very first time that I got a 1x3 brick. Up until this set, the 1x3 brick in my collection did not exist. I had 1x1s, 1x2s, 1x4s, 1x6s, and 1x8s. That's all there were back then in the 70s, according to what the sets that I had in my house. Now, there might have been, I don't even think there was 1x10, 12, 14, and 16s. I know there weren't those ones. Those the bigger ones didn't come up to the 80s. But back in 1977, the 1x3 brick, and again, I don't know the first year a 1x3 brick was ever released, but I know, I can guarantee in my house there was not a 1x3 brick, because when I got this set and there's a 1x3 brick in it, my mind was, wow, they made a different size brick. 1x brick. And so I was, and this stuck with me since I was 10, because I was 10 in 1977. This stuck with me in a few years back, before COVID, but a few years back when Josh and I used to go to make and takes. There was a, I can't remember if it was the Ninjago make and take or whatever it was. There was a make and take, and there was black 1x3 bricks in it. And I was talking to the person that was there from the, either Toys R Us or from the Lego company, whatever the make and take was going on. And we were gathering the pieces, and I came across this bin of 1x3 bricks, black 1x3 bricks. And I was talking to them. I said, I remember the very first time I got a black 1x3 brick. And she was like astounded. She thinks I'm one of these crazy Lego guys that remembers every single time I got a unique piece. No, I don't. But the 1x3 black brick, because I got this set with it, this set was such a powerful thing to me at the time, because it was the first year of Technic. It was like first year, like Pistons, like the whole thing. This was a game changer, and I've mentioned that before. And so I think this is why I vividly not only remember the game changer of the actual set, but the fact that it came with a game changer for me, that they actually came out with a different sized basic 1x brick. And I didn't know they could do that. So that's why that stuck with me. So certain pieces and certain things, I think I don't know what it is about that, but me breaking this piece, not this one, this is the replacement. But breaking the 3x4 slope on this car stuck with me for, well, it's stuck, I'm 55 now. So that's 45 years. I remember breaking a piece. And I'm sure if my brother doesn't remember too much about the Lego playing back in the day, and my sister doesn't either, but I'm sure had they remembered, they would have told me that we broke probably a bunch of pieces before 1977, like especially the 4x12 and the 4x10 plates, which they did get broken back in the day. And so that stuck with me. But this is a 5-minute intro or 6-minute intro into my review of the 695 racing car. Now, they say on the lug nets, on the Pirons, on the lug nets, that the 695 was the European number of this set, and the American version was the, what does it say, 491 Formula One race car. As I found out with the classic face sets, the European numbers were the same numbers that we got in Canada. They were. We didn't get the American numbers up here in Canada because we had Samsonite Canada distributing our sets for us, and I guess we got the boxes from Europe. I don't know, but I got the 695 for Christmas, not the 491. So it doesn't matter. It's the same set. So this set also has, besides my memory of breaking this piece when I was a kid, this set also has one of the things that was an eye-opener for me just a few years back. Because again, if you know anything about my collection, I will not shut up about my collection and how wonderful it is and blah, blah, blah. And how you look at it and you say, hey, it's from 1965-ish to 1990-ish, almost every piece they ever put out. But there are a few pieces that I never had, and a few pieces I just assumed I had lots of. So there's a scale. There's the idea that there are very, very relatively few pieces in that era that I do not own, because I never got the sets when I was a kid. I like the conveyor belt, which I did not have until very recently. And yet every other piece that came out between 1965 and 1990, I thought I had tons of, because of all my collecting, even getting when I was a kid, and all the used markets that I bought afterwards, and blah, blah, totes and boxes and bags and whatever, just getting tons and tons of bricks. So it was a surprise to me, because I wanted to rebuild this set a while back. I wanted to rebuild this set, and I said I was going to make a bunch of them. I said, because it's a cool set. It's a cool set, and we'll get into the pieces later. But when I actually looked it up, I was looking in my TransClear bin, my TransClear slope bin, my TransClear slope 33-degree bin. And I said, oh, I'm just gonna be able to find this piece easily. Absolutely. Because I knew that I would have tons of them because I had all the sets from the 70s that came with TransClear 33-degree slopes. It turns out that this single piece right here only came in one set. Well, two, because it has a different set number. But you're looking at it. The only set that 2x3 TransClear slope came in is this set right here. So I know that this TransClear 2x3 brick is the piece that I got back in 1977, because it's the only TransClear 2x3 33-degree slope I have, period. I do not have more than one. Actually, I was completely shocked by that. First of all, I just thought I had lots. I just assumed it. And then when I actually got on LugNet, and it said, when we went to the Piron page, it only came in one set, this one. And I was shocked by that, because, you know, you would think that this would be a ubiquitous piece, because if you look at the red, and you look at the blue, and even the yellow, and the black for sure, there's a billion of these pieces in those colors. But in 1977, they released a TransClear, and that's it. For this set. So that was something else. Now, getting back into my review, you will notice that my my little whatever these things are, the taps from the homemaker sets, they're different, white and chrome and white and gray. In the instructions, it says there's supposed to be yellow base and gray on top, and I could not find any yellow base taps in my collection. Maybe it's not thoroughly sorted enough, whatever. Maybe I lost them over the years. That's what I'm thinking. They're gone, long gone. So I just grabbed 2 white ones and I just put them on here. Also 8 1x1 round yellow round bricks with solid stud, because up until 1978, they were all solid studs. But they have the little groove in the bottom. So there's not the early 60s where they didn't even have the groove in the bottom. So that's kind of neat. And I have tons of these, by the way, because I have a whole bunch of sets from back then that had these things in it, especially yellow. I got tons of yellow round bricks with the logo on top instead of the open stud. The other thing is, yes, this is early Technic, proto Technic, if you want to call it that. You'll see that the axles are milky white. So this is this is old. This is an 8L axle, and it's milky white. It's not white. It's sort of translucent. The hubs are the same that they came in with the Technic sets. You'll see the hubs are identical. The tires are identical. The bushing, wildly different. And I thought I loved these bushings over the, well, I won't say over the gray bushings that came out in the Technic set. But it still has the line in the middle, the little opening in the middle, and it has the top and bottom the same. The ridge or the whatever, it has the little notches in here so you can fit it onto studs, but it has this middle ridge too, and I think that was just for reinforcing it, which I always thought was kind of cool. The other thing back then, because they changed the mold, is that this was a 1x2 Technic brick, the original. So you can see, I'll bring it in really closely, getting real close, is that it has a little notch here and a little notch there, because it's a 2-piece mold, not the 3-piece mold of the later Technic bricks. And so you can see there's nothing in here. It's completely hollow. So this wouldn't do now with the friction pegs and all the other stuff, because there's nothing for it to grab onto. There's nothing in the middle, right? And so it was a prototype, and so I didn't mind that, and I didn't even realize that, by the way, until years later, because again, when I built this set, when I first got it, and then I got that set, I mean, these things stayed together. So I didn't, and of course, I lost one, so I had to put that just a regular 1x2 Technic brick. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm sure if I looked even harder, because I know I had a few of those prototype Technic bricks. So that goes in the front. And on the back, if I take this stuff off, I won't even bother. I'll just take this off here. Let's do it in the back. I think, let's take that off. I just used my Technic bricks because I didn't have any more of the originals. So that's fine. It is what it is. I don't worry about that stuff too much. So this is not original 100%. I'm missing 3 original Technic bricks. Oops, here's me hitting the camera. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. I honestly thought when I was looking for parts for this thing, I honestly thought they used a gray 2x4 Technic brick, but that's not at all accurate. They did not use a 2x4 gray Technic brick. Let's see if I can find one really quick, because I know for myself, this is pre-internet, but long after the 70s, I rebuilt this thing from my memory because I didn't have the instructions anymore, and I used this piece instead for front and back. So I honestly thought this was the piece that was in there. when I went the whole pieces for this thing. Other than that, it does use these propeller holders on the back for exhaust or whatever. It's kind of cool. Some plates there, a lot of nice regular slopes there. 2x8 plates on top, 4x8 and a 4x10 on the bottom. 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10. So it's made up of relatively little number of pieces. It's got a red Technic plate in there. I mean, a red regular plate in there. So not a lot of fancy pieces in this set, but a lot of unique pieces to the time, and one unique piece that's not in any other set. So if you do find this set, and I don't know if it's a coveted set. I have no idea if it's a coveted set or not. It's a nice looking set for what it is from 1977. Like, this isn't a model team. This isn't Technic. This isn't whatever. But it looks cool. It looks like a nice racer. It looks like something that would be nice to build. You know, because they came out with other racers later in the Technic line and in the Town lines that were a lot more fancier and whatever. But I like that look of that one right there. It's a good looking ship. It's a good looking car. I'm stuck in classic space right now. It's a good looking car. Good looking race car. And that's why this also stuck with me since the 77, is because it is. Oh, let's loosen that up. Yeah, it makes it. It is a fine-looking automobile, a race car. I like the yellow stripe along the bottom. It's always nice. They put some effort into it. I don't know how many pieces that it said it had. Oops. Again, I keep on knocking the camera, and I do apologize for that. I got it on the stand that 67 pieces. That's it. Not a lot of pieces to make a good-looking car. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about it. I already told you all my tangents before I actually did the set review this time. So that's it. I'm actually going to go to bed now. I just wanted to make something for uploading so you guys have something to watch. I'm still here. I'm still doing stuff. I am cleaning off my desk. I'm trying to get my room organized. I am trying to rejig, I guess, move things around, make things more convenient for me. I am going to try to, where is it? Oh my goodness, I keep on losing things. There's a problem in my room right now. I keep on losing things. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna try, Jeff, to use this. I got this at dollar store, so it's a smaller one. And of course, the stickers never peel off easy. So goop be gone for that one. But I'm going to try to sort out one of my colors into specific pieces in here and see how that works. But that's on the schedule. The other thing, before I wrap this up, while we're here, and I don't want to make another video about it, I'm gonna move that thing. I found on the Facebook marketplaces, somebody was selling one for $50. So I got another one. So this one cost me $250. Oh, that's right. This one is mine, original. This one cost me $250. This one cost me $50. And it was down the street, which was very, very nice. And I'm glad I have two, because I always like to seem to have more than one of every set, except for this one, because I can't. I just like building sets. And the second time building it, I was just having as much fun as the first time I built this one. So I'm glad I have two, and this is a fantastic set. And Lego honestly should do more of this, homages to original sets from the past, because this is a direct homage to. I mean, if I keep on forgetting to pull it out of my storage, but it's almost exactly from a distance. It looks exactly like the original. But that's it. That's all. I'm not going to keep you guys here. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, or had a good weekend by the time this video is uploaded. And I appreciate you all. I am having fun in the Lego room. Josh is having fun in the Lego room. He might make a video sooner or later. And he's actually asked me to build a garage for his speed racers or whatever. I'm going to see what I can do for that. But in the end, it's such a fun hobby. In the end, rebuilding sets from 45 years ago is fun. Having sets from 45 years ago is fun. And having sets from 2023 is fun. So it is a fun hobby. And it's a fun that you want to make for yourself. And you shouldn't allow, and I sort of touched on this before in the last bunch of videos, but you shouldn't allow other people to dictate what you like about this hobby. You know, you shouldn't feel pressured into doing something. Like, there's such a wide variance of different things you can be interested in this hobby to do. I don't think there's any single right way of doing this hobby at all. And as they say, there's so many different things that you could be interested in. And so you just keep on doing what you want to do with this hobby. I'm going to keep on doing what I want to do with this hobby, which is, you know, right now, rebuilding classic sets and doing some other stuff. But in the end, you do you. I know it's a pithy expression, but you do you. I'm going to still be here talking about what I'm doing and celebrating and appreciating all the stuff that everybody else wants to do and that I can't or don't want to do myself. Just because I don't want to do something in this hobby doesn't mean I don't appreciate other people doing it. And so you just got, everybody out there, keep on doing exactly what you're doing, if it's what you want to do. That's enough. You guys all stay safe, take care, and I will talk to you soon.